We are preparing the live stream.
Good, we good, we gooch, we on live, we
I'm
there,
gonna
we
let you
made it.
know.
Okay, I'll wait.
Here we go.
I think I'm good. All right, welcome everybody to this week's Power Veto competition results. All of you have preemptively competed in the competition of cranes in the sky. We showed you a picture for 3 minutes that has the titular cranes in the sky, among with a myriad of other details. And your job was not only to study that image for the 3 minutes, but to recall them as accurately as possible, because we were going to ask you a bunch of questions about details of the image. Whoever correctly answered the most questions would win the power of veto. And in the event of a tie, we also had all of you answer a tiebreaker question. For the results, we will be reviewing all of the questions, revealing revealing the correct answer and who got each answer correct. Right, Benji?
Correct.
And we'll also be telling you guys what you guys answered so you can see how well you did, right, Benji?
Duh.
Love that for us. All right, so moving on to the first question was how many cats are in the picture? And you guys seem to be pretty split. Eric, Haley, and Timmy all said one. Roberto, Sabrina, Stanton all said two. The correct answer was neither one nor two. It was actually three. So ev everyone's
So
tied for first
to
place.
tell you, yeah, to tell you the
Where?
so there was the black and orange cat, and then on the wing, the purple thing was the Cheshire cat.
That was a cat. I was telling
That
myself it was a dress.
that was a cat.
Yeah, I
That was
couldn't
it.
figure out what that was. That's funny.
So none of you guys got a point. We move on to the second question, which not all of you got incorrect. What item was right above the cup of tea? Sabrina said the red heart. Staten said, I'm pretty sure that says.
I think I passed on that one.
I was about to say, I was like, a pass? I was like, a must pass? Could have been passing somebody in the street. I don't know, but it was pass. And Eric, Haley, Roberto, and Timmy all said it was a teapot, which is correct. It was a teapot that was right above the cup of tea. It fits. So Eric, Haley, Roberto, Timmy all get a point. Move on to question three. What gem was featured in the image? And we would have taken one of two answers. Um, Eric said diamond. Haley said purple. Roberto said diamond. Sabrina said diamond. Staten said diamond. And Timmy said diamond heart. If you described it as a diamond or a diamond heart, we would have given you the point. So Eric, Roberto, Sabrina, Staten, Timmy all receive a point. We move on to the fourth question, and there was some variety in the answers here. What item was in between the black and orange cat in the image? Um, Eric and Roberto were convinced it was a crane, one of the cranes potentially that was in the sky. Haley said sunflower. Sabrina said something purple, presumably the purple thing that was the Cheshire Cat, allegedly. Staten said basketball, and Timmy said a heart. The correct answer was a pocket watch. So none of you guys received the point for that question. We move on to the next one. What item was in the bottom right corner of the image? Eric said sailboat. Haley said a deck or hand of cards. Roberto said sailboat. Sabrina said sailboat. Staten said a heart, and Timmy said sailboat. The correct answer was a sailboat. So Eric, Roberto, Sabrina, Timmy, you all got that point. What if you said boat? You also would have accepted that. Next question. How many cranes were featured in the image? And what we considered a crane, as long as they were fully visible, and Benji's words, not mine, uh, of animal form. So I guess if there was that character from Bob the Builder on there, that is a crane, but that's not the crane that we're asking for. How many cranes were in there? Many different answers. Haley and Timmy said there were only two cranes in the image. Sabrina says there were nine, and Eric, Roberto, and Staten all believe there were 10 cranes. The correct answer was seven cranes. So no one receives a point for that question either. We move on to the next one. Question seven. What flower was featured in the image? And don't want to leave there to be suspense. Everybody receives a point. Everyone got it correct. It was a sunflower. And as for question 8, what type of ball was featured in the image? Everyone got it correct, and I didn't identified it as a basketball. So everyone receives 2 points for each of those questions, 1 point per question. Our penultimate question: how many total playing cards were featured in the image? Haley said 12, Timmy said 8, but everyone else, i.e. Eric, Roberto, Sabrina, Stain, all get it correct with 10 because each of the hands were a royal flush. So 5 equals 10. We move on to the final question. What is the only item to feature the color blue? Eric said the diamond is the only item to feature the color blue. Haley said the clock. Roberto said the sailboat. Sabrina said the sailboat. Staten said a fish. And Timmy said the sailboat. The correct answer, we've accepted, was the sailboat, whether it be the boat or the sail itself. So Roberto, Sabrina, and Timmy all get a point. And I am now that we've gone over all the questions, we'll go from last place to first place. And in the event of a tie, we will reveal the tiebreaker answers for the people in said tie. In last place, receiving 3 out of 10 points, Haley, you have not won the power of veto. In fifth place, with a score of 4 out of 10, Staten, you have not won the power of veto. And there was not a one-way tie, not a two-way tie, but a 3-way tie for second place, with 3 of you getting 6 out of 10, but getting 7 out of 10. Congratulations, Roberto. You have won the Power of Veto competition. As we have said, the POV ceremony will also be taking place tonight. Of course, Roberto, Timmy, as the respective Power of Veto holder and head of household head of household. You are not in competition, Timmy. I'm sorry.
I
You
might
guys will
be.
be.
Who knows?
You might be. You guys have the power to concede or give up the rest of your time if not necessary. You guys can agree on a time. We'll still be giving Roberto the time we have given to previous POV holders if they would so choose to use all that time. And we will be back here